Hello, this is my lesson plan for implementing nets for students in the ISTE standards. I chose to cover moon phases in this lesson plan. I covered a variety of different net standards. Pretty much all of these were covered in some form or fashion because of the amount of technology I used in this lesson plan. I focused on three main tools that I wanted to make sure the kids could utilize in this lesson plan. I used Quizzizz as an assessment tool. This tool allows the kids to take quizzes online. They can play live in the classroom, or they can do it, the teacher can assign it as homework. When the kids take it, you get their name and all the recorded data back in a spreadsheet so you can analyze the data and compare it to the pre-test and the post-test. The next program that I like to use is Edpuzzle. I uploaded different YouTube videos and I added the questions throughout the video so that I could make sure the kids were staying engaged and they weren't missing any information trying to write down their answers to the questions. It stops the video, gives them time to answer the questions, and then it continues to play. The third thing that I used was Glogster. This is one of the options for their final projects in the WebQuest. They can create a poster that has visuals, video, text references, information. They can decorate it any other way they want to. It's a really nice program. I differentiated this lesson plan. The WebQuest itself has voice recordings that tell all the directions and reads all the information that's within the WebQuest itself. It has visuals like videos that tells the kids how to do certain tasks and gives them information. It also has text references where they can open up web pages and read the information instead of watching it throughout the video. The kids, if they worked individually, they communicated back and forth with me face to face or either through Gmail. Most of the kids like to communicate through Gmail because they're just technology savvy, so they like to type and send it to me and get the responses. If they worked in small groups, they pretty much communicated amongst themselves. They might have a question here or there for me, but it was pretty much everything was handled within their groups. All the kids had equal access to the technology. I have a classroom set of Chromebooks, and they have access to school Wi-Fi and their own student email account through Gmail. I assess the students using rubrics. They have a rubric for their final project, making a video if that's what they choose to do, or they can make a PowerPoint, a Google Slide, or a Glogster, and this is a rubric that I use to grade those so that the kids can look at it and see what's going on and make sure that they're covering all aspects of the project and get a good grade for that. The graded assignments are I had a worksheet packet for them to do, and it was on the task page of the WebQuest. They can download the worksheet packet. A lot of the kids like to download it and keep it on a computer and work on it as they go through the WebQuest, and then they email it to me through Gmail. A few kids download it so that they'll have a hard copy. It's just a core, and I give them that option. The Quizzizz test, I graded that. That was one of the assessment tools I used. I used a pre-test and compared it to the post-test. Some of the challenges for this lesson plan was troubleshooting. You need to make sure that you troubleshoot and make sure you don't have any broken links in the WebQuest, or I made sure I had alternate internet access and extra Chromebooks in case one of the Chromebooks crashed. Checking the links is extremely important. I know this video right here, when I checked it, it had went down, so I had to find an alternate video to add to this before the kids started the project. The worksheet, couple of the problems that I had, recommendations for future use, was I'd like to use a rubric for students to grade other students. I think that would be really good to incorporate into the lesson plan. The worksheet packet was a little repetitive and lengthy. I'd like to shorten, maybe change a couple of the worksheets that was in the packet. The moon phase nicknames part of this, which is the video that I changed right here, it was a little confusing to the students. When you're trying to get them to name moon phases, you don't want to have them confused by giving them nicknames. And the Ed Puzzle, I'd like to add these YouTube videos. I'd like to put the Ed Puzzle questions on there so that the video would stop and they could answer their question packet. That is my lesson plan. Thanks for your interest in my lesson, and I hope that your students enjoy if you choose to do this lesson.